Alright, hey, this is Hans the Ramen Raider coming at you with another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. And today I've got something a little, I don't know, it's a little stressful because I've been working on figuring out what I was going to do with this stuff for a while. This is what everybody likes to refer to as prison ramen. This is Texas beef. It's, not really spicy. It's got a picture of Texas on it. But it's in a clear pack. And the whole point of that is so you can't, if you're in prison, they're going to see, oh look, there's a shiv. Oh look, there's a bag of cocaine. You know, they'll be able to see such things, not allow them coming in. You know, there's kind of a starter set of ingredients that I keep seeing. And I thought, you know, why not make a burrito? I think I'm starting out on the wrong foot already, because first off, I wanted to crunch these up before I open the bag, so that's pretty good. Dump it in here, oh, I don't know, 3 minutes? Just cook it down. And we've got a couple other things to add in. We've got Doritos. I went for Flamin' Hot Cheetos. So here's my plan. What I think, here are some Doritos. I'm going to put those in here. Those are pretty well munched. So here's some munched Doritos. Here, now you can get a feel for it. Well, these could be a little more pulverized, but oh my god. Do that. Oh, look at that. There you go. We've got the seasoning sachet. I'm really not into getting rid of that. It's a slim, oh, it's a chef's cut real snack stick. Why would you like chop this up in little bits when you could mince it? And it seems like it shouldn't be too hard to do. Meanwhile, the noodles seem to be done. I think it's kind of freaky how many people actually are in prison. There are more people per capita in the United States that are in prisons than any other country in the world. Alright. Can I just like smush this and make it? Yeah, look at that, there we go. Kind of greasy. So I've got my noodles over there. They're kind of just chilling out. It's like thin summer sausage. Oh, look over here. Look what happened. The ramen doesn't have much liquid to it, and I think it's going to be just the right amount to go in with this and turn into a cohesive thing. Texas beefening. It smells kind of odd. Alright, I'm going to dump this in here. I didn't really think much past the dumping. Plus, I have more goodies to throw in here. So we got this. This is going to like soak up a bunch. Fried garlic. Here's kind of like the part that sounds like, or at least I think is kind of more akin to how they do in prison. Dump it out. I think my ratio of liquid to dry junk, I think I need more of the chips to go in here. What have I done? Wow, was I just huffing ramen and feel a little lightheaded? Yeah, I was just huffing Fritos and Doritos and ramen and no Fritos. Doritos, Cheetos, and ramen that comes from prison. It feels like it's turning kinda burrito-esque. Look at this thing. Look at it. Here. Look at that. Whoa. I think probably my best course of action is to let this sit for a little while and cool down and then see what we have at that point, because the more time it has, the more it's gonna congeal or whatnot. And I think there's a lot of whatnot going on here. So, I'll be back. The burrito of incarceration. Check it out. That looks like one of those Da Bomb burritos. Here we are. Watch. Here comes our burrito. Oh, it's rotating. Rotato! It's not time to rotate. I didn't turn Rotato off. But would you look at that? Get a little more centered. Oh my God. Wow. So, I mentioned adding other things. There were some choices on the easy cheese aisle, I'll admit. But I thought the one that just seemed most fitting was this one. American. Because I don't think there's really a pressing need for aerosol cheese anywhere but in the United States. Here it's like, I need cheese and I need it in a can now. Alright, let's see if we can finesse this. Oh yeah, look at that. That's downright bizarre. And you know, it's gotta have some green onion on it. There are also hot sauce options. We've got Cholula and we got Buffalo Classica. Salsa Classica. I'm going with this one because this has a really bright flavor and it's really quite good. I was stoked to find it in the store yesterday or the day before. Recently, do that. Come on. Go, 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 go. Come on. More, more, more. Just all the way across. We're going to put a little of this spicy stuff. There we go. Whoa, not too much. There we go. Wow. Let's let it rotate and take in. Wow. Look at that. Wow. I think I got a lot of good use out of this ramen. I wanted to make sure that it, you know, this has been something that I've been trying to get for years. If you call up the company, so there's Maruchan, but they have a company that distributes this Texas beef ramen to prisons. You call them up and say, sorry, sir, you can only get this if you're in prison. I'm like, but I don't want to go to prison. Well, I'm sorry, that's the only way you're going to get it. I'm like, come on. Help a guy out. I reviewed over 3,000 instant noodles. Sorry, sir. Yeah, so they're really, really tight-lipped about it, too. Because Nissan Foods and Maruchan supply ramen noodles to corrections facilities. They don't want to talk about it at all. Which I think is just like, God, really? You don't want to talk about one of your biggest consumers? That's not nice. Granted, a lot of people are in there that haven't done nice things, sure, and it's controversial, yeah, but it's pretty accepted. I mean, the sheer amount of articles about instant noodles are the new currency in prison. If you're in prison, you better have instant noodles. That's how you buy stuff. I mean, it was just like for a year. I think those articles are still coming out, just left and right. And there's a book, Prison Ramen. Who wrote it? People who were in prison. You know, I mean, it's just like, dude, there's a lot of people in prison. It's reality. Deal with it, you know. I know it's not nice to think about, but reality, you know. It sucks. But This I don't even, this is like, man, we made some weird things when I was younger. Made this stuff called Glomar. Actually, it was my buddy Matt's invention. And it involves bacon and saltine crackers and wow, look at this thing. This is just like so epic. I wish there was somebody here who would eat this. My wife won't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, we'd make all sorts of weird crap. The Glomar was just bacon and a stick of butter and a bunch of saltine crackers all smushed up and made like Chex Mix, where you microwave it like 20 different times in the microwave and you get these like little bits of artery hardener that were really tasty, and then you'd feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take the lovely pictures of this. And now it's time for me to give this a try. Oh, it's pretty solid. Interesting. Interesting. Cheers. You know, wow, this isn't really not that bad, and I understand. I see why the, for the Cheetos and Doritos, Fritos would work well too. I'm sure that's pretty commonly used. Oh, you know what would have been good is some sour cream. But yeah, this isn't bad. This isn't bad though. This seems like something that would be good like about 2 in the morning after you came home from the bar. And the cheese works. I'm impressed. Something to be said for the ingenuity of people who don't have a lot of means. So yeah, this is all like a big chunk, almost like a big chunk of meat in a way. But it's not. Kind of like a casserole, really, or like some kind of bake. Well, I have no idea how I'm going to enter this into my Fitness Pal. But I will try. If you're in prison and you haven't done anything really all that bad, I hope you get out soon. This has been Hans the Ramen Raider wishing you enjoyment of your noodles every day. Have a good one and bye!